going on, cigar enthusiasts? What's going on, cigar world? This is Jack the Cigar Enthusiast, and I'm back with another video. And today, we're teaching how to create a long ash on your cigar. So with that being said, strap in, buckle up, and let's go.
Pull up in motorcade.
I haven't even lit my cigar yet to start showing you guys the process, but there is some things that I would like to go over. That way you have a better understanding on how this whole process even works and how, if you're looking to have that long ash, could obtain that. So there's a couple things that you must keep in mind when trying to have that long ash fill the entirety of the cigar, like all the other pictures you see on the internet, and you're like, Jesus, how did they do that? Well, I'm gonna give you a couple things that you can put into your toolbox to make sure that you are ready to have that experience. You're able to do it correctly. So first and foremost, the most important thing that you want to consider is the size of the cigar, right? The thickness of the cigar, because the thicker the cigar, the thicker the ash is, the more stronger it is on the actual cigar. Now, have you guys ever looked at a cigar and be like, man, those ashes look really close and really tight? Well, a lot of that has to do with the thickness of the cigar, but it also has a lot to do with the tightness of the cigar or the rolling quality of the actual cigar. Now, you can have one cigar that you did a long ash with and then go back and get that same cigar and into a situation where the ash is just constantly falling off and you're frustrated because just like, I just want this ash to be at least 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches, whatever it is that you're looking for depending on the size of the cigar. Now, the next thing that you want to consider is the quality of the wrapper. The quality of the wrapper. What I'm meaning is, if it doesn't have any type of glistening or oils exfoliating out of it, or if it just look dry and it's a smoke that's ready to be smoked, you're probably going to have a problem with making sure that long ash is obtained. Third thing that you want to consider is how you hold that cigar. I see some people hold their cigars like this, some hold it like this, some hold it like that. However you hold the cigar, it's a lot different when you're trying to obtain that long ash. You'll often see people hold their cigars just like this, because if you go to the side with it, your ash will start to droop. It will start to get heavy, and once it starts getting heavy, it's going to eventually fall off. So you always want to maintain your stick at a vertical. You hold it just like this, and very limited moving when you're doing this. You can't be like ha, he, ha, doing that with your cigar, especially when you're trying to get a long ash. You need to be in a cool, relaxed environment where you don't have to do a lot of moving or talking with your hands or anything of that nature. You want to be calm and relaxed. And then the next important part is being able to smoke slow and easy. I wanted to say it slow and I wanted to say it easy. You want to maintain a slow and easy puff pattern, which means that when I pull this, I'm doing cool, calm. That was delicious. Wow. A nice, easy, and slow puff. And then the last thing that you really want to consider is enjoy your cigar. Have a good time doing it. If while you're in the midst of doing it, you get to 3 inches and it falls, don't be mad at yourself. Enjoy your cigar. Today, we're doing our long ash tutorial with the new Deadwood tobacco leather rolls, one of the Four Sisters. This is a Torpedo Maduro 5x54. I'm excited to smoke this cigar. This cigar just released a couple days ago and was shipped out by Drew Estate, and Dapper D's was one of the first stores in Jacksonville to even supply this cigar. So I'm interested to see what it tastes like. If you guys seen earlier, I just tasted the tip of it. It has a really great honey flavor that is right on that tip, man. I don't know what it is, but it's freaking good. It makes me want to just bite this cigar and start chewing on it. But we're not going to do that. We're going to smoke it right. Again, if you haven't already, go check out Dapper D's Cigars for all your cigar needs, and also this brand new leather rolls by the Deadwood Tobacco Company. So let's get to lighting. One thing I forgot. Oh my God. This is amazing. This is an amazing stick. If you haven't, just off the first pull, we're not in the first third, we're not into the second third, we're not even in the final third. The first pull was delicious. But anyway, one thing that you want to look into and make sure that it's consistent throughout your entire smoke experience is an even burn, right? You have to let this thing even out. Take a couple pulls on it, but you need to maintain an even burn, because when it starts to torpedo or starts to canoe or any of those irregular burning styles, what's going to happen is the ash is going to start to droop whichever way it's doing that, and then it's going to fall. So let's get into it. It's supposed to be a cigar review, but we're going to kind of review this cigar just a little bit, because I think you guys should really know how this thing tastes. So the aftertaste of the first pull really becomes a more of a honey, chocolatey type flavor that comes from it. Very smooth. You know, most of the time you light a cigar and you get a really robust smoke experience out that first pull. Why? Because you're igniting everything within that cigar and it's all coming in one blow. So you usually get an overwhelming flavor of pepper, or, you know, chocolatey flavor, or something that is defined, you know, leather or coffee. It's very, very defined. But this one, it's weird because it gives you not only a honey and a chocolatey flavor, but it also has that earthy and leather taste, that raw leather taste to it, which makes a great stick, man. I'm trying to tell you guys. For the most part, this is a highly recommended stick. From people that I see smoking this cigar, they talk about it a lot. And it only been out for a week, and they're already talking about it. Let's get to the purpose of this video, the long ash. So you want to start to hold it here. Not that your ashes is going to fall at this point, but because it's really tight and it's still bunched together off the initial smoke. But you want to constantly watch that burn pattern. The thing I will say here is I want to answer the question is, what is the purpose of the ash for all my beginner smokers? The ash is meant as a temperature regulator for the cherry, and it regulates the temperature of the cherry so it does not get too hot to the point it starts to burn the tobacco. Because if your cigar gets too hot, it's going to burn that tobacco, and when it burns that tobacco, you're going to get a burnt flavor the entirety, not half, the entirety of that cigar, which can really throw off flavors that your palate tastes and really kind of push you away from a cigar. But we're going to try to get this, I'm going to try to get this ash to about right here. And if I fail, guys, I'm going to come back on here and I'm going to say, look, this is how you do it, but I failed. To get to that first third of it, I'm realizing this really tastes like a tobacco, but more of a real cigar tobacco. You know, I say that because people smoke tobaccos because they like the flavor, but this one presents so many great flavors. It's crazy, man. But you still get the impact of a real cigar. It's definitely a Maduro cigar. You can taste it more like a medium body, though. It's not like a full body Maduro. Right here, this process is very, very delicate, right? If you're really trying to achieve it, it takes an overwhelming amount of delicacy. You have to be very delicate with it. You know, just kind of let it go. And when I say an easy draw, You want to do a real easy draw simply due to the fact that if you make a big pull, you're gonna heat up that cherry, and where it starts to canoeing right here, you want to make sure that you're not pulling it too hard, because if you're pulling it too hard, then that canoeing is just gonna start drooping down, and then this ash is going to start leaning that way, like I said before. So obviously we're doing really good. It's just a start. This is the part where it's typically tight, but it's starting to even around. As you see it starting to even around. As you guys see, we're starting to get to where I said I wanted to get to. But one thing that can probably irk a lot of people's nerves is you have to refrain from putting your cigar in the ashtray. You cannot sit this down, not even for 2 seconds. You have to maintain it, because any sudden movement, especially if that ash is starting to weaken out, it's gonna fall. Making some good headway. I kind of got that canoeing under control. We still got about 2 inches to go, so my hands are getting sweaty. I'm getting nervous, but we're gonna get it going. We're gonna make it happen, and I'll show you guys the end result. Second third of this cigar, new flavors are starting to present themselves. Your chocolatey flavor is starting to go away. One thing that tends to maintain is that honey flavor that comes from it. Starting to taste a little bit more earthy flavors. You're starting to really taste more of a kind of a coffee flavor mixed with the raw leather. So it really does pick up the name Leather Rose really well. But man, it's still going great. As you see, a little canoeing starting that way, but we're still going good. Just to make it to the wrapper. And this is a Robusto. This is a 5x54. Very great size to try to do this at, because you're not requiring your ash to stay astronomically long as if you had a Gordo or a Toro. We're gonna make it. Got an inch. We're gonna make it. And some people are like, Jack, why you doing that? Why you hitting it like this? Because one, I want to succeed with getting that ash that long, and two, if I was to turn it, some people do, but if I was to turn it, any part that is loose is gonna probably lose its strength, and it's probably gonna fall off, and that will be something that would entirely tick me off. So I'm doing every necessary precaution to make sure that I have a successful long ash for this video. As you see, we're almost to the actual label, which we still will have a little nub left. I've been trying to just kind of wiggle this down as much as I possibly can, but as you see, if you do everything I told you, you're gonna get your long ash. And this is the part where it all tests out. Boom! That is what you want to happen. So when you do tip it over, it does not fall. That means that we did everything I stated in this video correct, which has got us where we're at now. With that being said, I'm Jack the Cigar Enthusiast. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Go hit that subscribe button, give me a big thumbs up, and press that notification bell so you can be updated on all new content that Jack the Cigar Enthusiast produces. Also, go and follow me on Facebook at Dapper D Cigars. Also on Instagram at Dapper D Cigars as well. Also, shop DapperDCigars.com for all cigar needs and wants. And also on Sundays, every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Jack the Cigar Enthusiast is live with some professional or some entrepreneur trying to put some more gems in your mental toolbox. That way, if you're looking to start a business, or you're looking to start a YouTube channel, or you're looking to do whatever it is that makes you an entrepreneur, I'm giving you tools in order to successfully be able to do that. I can also bring people on like every other cigar podcast and talk cigars all day. But I'd rather give you guys the conversations that you will experience while in an actual cigar lounge talking with people within your community. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Jack the Cigar Enthusiast, and I'm gone.